white shirt, your white shirt will become grey. If you have a black shoe, your black shoe will become a satrangi black shoe. You know, a lot of different colors. Orange, white, grey, blue. So, in any case, if you are trying to crack a deal by traveling in a local train, it is impossible because you will look like someone with different colored shirt and different colored shoe, and your trouser, chhod do, uska baat nahi bolna. Okay. So what I had to do, I had to carry an extra shirt and an extra pair of shoes in my backpack. I used to travel from my local area towards the city. Used to change my dress in some park. I didn't care who is looking at me. And then crack some deal of what? Not game development. Deal of selling computers in those offices. Dalhousie area used to be the office para that time. Office para means the office area. Salt Lake didn't exist that time. Okay. And I used to make around 3,000 rupees profit per machine which I used to sell. That business parallelly became sizable. And I got one of my partner from that Chandni Chowk area. I mean, okay, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I can draw well. I can vouch for my drawing. But I used to be an introvert person. Okay. Even though I'm speaking in front of all of you, I used to be an introvert person, less number of friends. I used to talk less. I used to work more, right? So whatever you are going to listen in next maybe couple of minutes, you will understand how an introvert person becomes extrovert and becomes a speaker worldwide. Yeah? Okay. In that Chandni Chowk area, I met a person and we became friends. He invited me towards his native area. It's called Sundarbans area. Have you ever heard about Royal Bengal tiger?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the area. Okay. And on that time, I had to travel around 4 o'clock in the morning. So here is my routine. Remember, I was a second year student that time in college. Okay. Every Saturday, 4:10 a.m., I used to take a train, go to southern section of Shialda, change another train, go to Kakdip. Kakdip is another station which is around 2.5 hours by train. Then from there, catch a bus, go to Namkhana, that's another port area. There is a river called Hatania Duania. I used to cross that river with 20 paisa. Okay, and then I have to travel in another bus, go to a nearby area called Devnagar High School. It used to be a school area. There I took an institute there. I firmly believe that from those areas, which is like nobody is going there, I can get people who have got amazing creativity. In urban area, you might get people who is from great logical knowledge, but I firmly believe till date, and I'll tell you how we recruit as well, that from those areas, you can get amazing people who have great creativity. Okay? And we started an academy without electricity. We used to run the computers utilizing generator because there was no electricity in those villages. Okay? We had students like anything, like we are the only institution in that area. So definitely every Saturday and Sunday I used to teach there. The rest of the teaching stuff was done by my partner. Eventually we started taking faculties from our students. If you remember, 1 year back, I was sharing the same idea in front of my professors in the college. They said go out of the class. The same idea we executed. And after 2 years, I'll make my story session a little bit of shorter so that you don't get bored. Yeah. So after 2 years, we are able to produce one game which is India's first 3D game on racing. But on those days, there used to be CD. Now it doesn't exist. Okay. So what I did, I made a CD with a nice cover on the top of it. Went to Chandni Chowk area, had a discussion with a guy who used to do software piracy. Okay. आप लोग piracy करते हो? कभी कभी अरे खुल के बोलो यार. Yes. Dum se bolo. Yes, we do that. Okay. India is popular for that. It's a bigger market that you can think of. Okay. And I leverage that like anything. I had a chat with that gentleman. I said that I have got a game which you don't have. He said it's impossible. Like I have every bit of games that you can think of. I said no, it's not there with you. Just play this game. He started playing, and along with him, 4 or 5 guys, they also started playing. They loved it. They said, how come you got this game and we don't even have it? I said, that's my magic. Can you please make a deal with me? I will give you this game. If we sign up an agreement that whatever sales happens, I will get 50%, you will get 50%. We signed the deal. They started selling it. We made money. After a few months, I told him that this is the game which we have created, and that's the reason you are watching it as a created by Virtual Infocom. That's my company. That guy said that, man, you actually made me fool. I said, of course, but the point is we are doing a very good business today, right? Can I have some water? So we made that sales, and I understood that to sell games you need publisher. It's just like your book publishing. If you are an indie developer, small studio, then you need game publishers who can publish games on your behalf. These kind of business that I did, so far so good. It is great for sustaining, but not for a proper business. Yeah. Now, I have a crazy background. Like I used to read and write Sanskrit for some reason. Yeah. And I understood that our Puranas, which you call as epic or mythology, have got great values. But world doesn't understand that. But if you look at that, you will find out in today's world, so-called science fiction movies or so-called heroes, it was highly impressed by our Purana characters or Greek mythology or Greek epics or sometimes Peru epics. Okay, I started digging all those kind of things. 2007, we decided that we will be creating game characters with real model and actors. Okay, and I was deeply connecting with the local movie industry, which we call as Tollywood Bengali movie industry. Yeah. Wherever I used to go, each and every time, every film director used to tell me that this is some kind of idea we have never thought of. Second feedback I got, too costly. Like if we create a game, it is like 3 times than the movies that we are producing. So I understood. I understood that the gap is basically who can invest. Okay. I took that risk. Never fundraised, nothing. Whatever I had extra as extra money, as extra savings, I put that money to create something which is unthinkable in India. We took 2 models, one male and one female, started exploring the opportunity, can we create characters from real models or not? In today's world, in 2023, probably you are thinking that this guy is talking which is like very easy to make. But on those days, remember, there was no studio, there was no motion capture. At least in Calcutta, there was nothing. Forget about green chroma screen. Like those things were fantasy for a lot many people. So what we had to do, we had to be innovative. A lot of innovative. What we did, we put that model on a normal revolving chair. Okay. She or he used to sit, and somebody from down, they used to rotate that so that we can have a 360-degree shots of one character. And they have to stand in a T pose and a A pose. What is T pose? Standing like this. Okay, like a scarecrow. And A pose like this. Few bit of movements, few bit of fighting, few bit of styles, which we had to train these models. Eventually, slowly, we started making characters. And this is what happened. India got its first RPG game. It's called role-playing game. The game is called Ashwathama the Immortal. I'm sure that none of you have played it. I know, because we never published it properly in India. Now, let me give you one business tips. The kind of business I do or we do, and in that time, India was never ready. If I publish that in India, multiple people will actually do the piracy. So we release that in Southeast Asia. Now think of a situation. Ashwathama as a Mahabharata character, traveling to Southeast Asia, connecting Ramayana and Mahabharata to those people who have an inclinedness to understand the culture. Unfortunately, we Bharatiyas, we don't have that kind of culture. I hate this term Indian. According to Oxford University, it's a slang. Really. So, we became a bit of popular and we felt that this is going to rock. From 2 models, we hired more than 350 plus actors, celebrities, models that you can think of. I'll show you a couple of slides. So these are a few of our works. I'm not sure how many of you are fan of manga or anime. These are a few bit of works. These are Indian Rakshasas and Asuras. Okay, let me present you Shani. Have you heard about Shani as a god? That's Shani. Mahishashur, Kumbhakarn, Aghori. So many different kind of characters. I'll show you a couple of others. Urvashi, Narasimha, Kal, Angad. Urvashi is an Apsara, so she has to be beautiful. Veerbhadra, it's a avatar of Shiva. Shiva as Shiva, definitely. Kripacharya, if you have heard about that character, that's Kripa. Bali. Drona, couple of other characters, like if you have seen these people on TV, that's a character from, definitely, we call him as Om. That's from Shiva himself. We have got different layers of Mahadev and Shivas in our games. It's a universe that we create. Then we have a couple of other characters like this. These are from various different other cultures. If you look at this character, I'm not sure, can we turn off the lights? No. Little bit. Trust me, you will love this concept. All of us heard about ghost, right? All of us heard about Rakshasas, right? Yes? How many of you know that lady was yawning that time? Ma'am, do you know that how exactly we got this concept of ghost and Rakshasa clans? No? Who were the Rakshasas? Who can tell?
I do not exactly remember the name of Maharshi. He had 2 wives and one gave birth to gods and one gave birth to demons.
Not demons. Rakshasas. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm saying not demons. Okay. Great, cool. Anyone else? Yep. Again, not demon. Okay, let me explain from Sanskrit. Raksh, Yat, Rakshasas. Raksh, protectors. Protector of Amrit. So the clans who used to protect Amrits, we started calling them Rakshasas. Yaksh used to protect money. Rakshasas used to protect Amrit. They had a fight in between. Not demon. Demon is different. Like English is a funny language. 26 letters only. We have 56, man. They can't express us. उनके लिए सारे तो एप्पल ही है यार. Everything is apple. It's like food apple, water apple, right? Everything is apple. But if you look at the nutrition value, guava gives you more protein than apple. Welcome to the reality. Yeah. Anyway, coming back to that storyline. On those days, those time, they used to have these kind of tattoos. If you look at that middle character with a sword and a shield. And from English, if I translate, they used to call as a VC, A-V-I-C-I. Looks like ghosts. They used to be like this so that the other enemy they feel that these guys are basically ghosts, and they, out of fear, probably may lose the battle. From there, the entire concept of those so-called demon concept came, wherein we all said that these people are bad, these are not good people. It's not. This is not my subject on topic, but somehow I have to explain this because this is our subject line. When we make games, we are actually picking up those stories, which is real stories. Okay? There is a fine-tuned structure in English. One is translation, one is transcription. Yeah? We never been able to translate properly from Dravid and Sanskrit and Pali to English. We transcript it. And that's the reason whenever you read any kind of mythological story or maybe epic story, you get half truth, which is real bad. Yeah? So we wanted to show that to the world, and that's what happening. If I may share what is our number of audience, every platform as an average we have 25 million plus users. Some of the characters, some of the models who actually believed me specifically on that time, who became characters in our games, these are those people. So I always keep them in my slide, but somehow all of these guys, they became really a bit of celebrity now. I'll tell you another story of taking birth of glamour trace after that. This is Polovi Polo. You probably have seen her in MTV. I'm not sure. If you watch Bengali serial and movies, these people, all of them became now serial actor, actress or movie actor, actress because of the platform which we created. So what we did, we started making these kind of visual comics, and then eventually we started making these kind of comical characters, and then this happened. How many of you heard about Shaktiman?
Yeah.
Amazing. So I had a discussion with this great guy, Mukesh Khanna. I used to look at him when I was a kid. It was India's first superhero, yeah? So I had a discussion with him, said that, sir, can we make you as a 3D character look exactly like you around 30 years back so that we can make a game out of it? We made a deal, Shaktiman took birth. In the gaming world, of course. And eventually we tied up with so many different movies, with so many actors, celebrities. I'll skip a lot of slides. These are the movie-based games where we became co-producer. How many of you know that game development industry is much more bigger than movie plus music industry? Very less, but thank God you know it. Okay? It's true, guys. If you're watching movies, if you are probably listening to some music, if you combine both of these industry, whatever income that happens, game development industry is much more bigger than that. Much means much. Approximate 12 times larger than this. This is how we create characters. Then I'll shift to my story session. Let me show off a little. Yeah? I'm joking here. So these are our own creation. This is not a software creation. See, we became a company who felt that if we are making such kind of innovation and we are getting some kind of recognition from some large MNCs, why don't we create our own product? जैसा सोच वैसा करना. I forgot to mention, while doing my graduation, after my graduation I did my masters. So I'm a MCA. While doing MCA, I understood again that syllabus is not going to give me any kind of innovative thing. So we created this product which can convert a normal 2D drawing into polygon, 3D polygon. Little complex for you to understand? Okay, I'll try to make it easy. A normal piece of paper, you're drawing maybe a front face and a side face of a character or an object. You scan that, within a couple of button clicks, it gives you complete 3D polygon so that you can create character or any kind of object. We made that software because we wanted to save cost in the company. We never ever wanted to buy some software which will eventually cost us more. जुगाड़ू है यार, इंडियन है ना. While doing all these kind of activities, what we did. How many of you have heard about cosplay? Cool. And I'm sure that you are probably visiting Bangalore or maybe some other areas for cosplay shows. Maybe? Yeah? Okay. I started traveling out of India that time onwards, like in 2007 onwards. I went to South Korea that time, Seoul. And I found that people are acting like game characters and superhero characters. Understood it's called cosplay. Now, as an Indian Jugaadu entrepreneur, I came back. Felt that can we create some kind of model inside our game so that within that game, if you choose a character, if you choose a dress, if you choose probably some toy, can you buy it through our games in real life? It took us around 1.5 years to do collaborations and tie-ups in China, in a couple of other Southeast Asian countries, and in Europe. We made that tie-up, but the challenge was who is going to make these dresses. That's another fascinating story. I started traveling to villages, different parts of India. Poor people, they are making hardly 20 rupees in a day. Okay? And we started giving them training on how to create such kind of fashionable garments, dresses, toys, items. In a My Story session, it is very easy to say, hard to do. Because if you go to these villages, A, they will never trust you. You're an outsider. Why you're coming here? Yeah? B, giving them training, first problem you will face is language problem. They speak differently and your language is different. Yeah? Third, I can't be there like this. Yeah? So I changed myself, my attire, my conversation was different. We started interacting and I understood that to become a leader, you need to create more leaders. I used to pick up 1 to 2 people from one village, used to make them leaders. They started gathering people nearby. We started it as a giving back mindset from the company itself, not a CSR activity, not at all. Whatever we earn, we give back 80% back to these villages. Yeah? Now guys, entrepreneurship is not about making money. As per my dictionary, entrepreneurship is about creating an impact, make the entire vibration pretty large. Whether you are getting media coverage or not, forget about it. Yeah? If you are happy inside, it's great. So we started converting these villages in 1 year. We had 7 villages who took our training, and this is what happened. They started producing this. It's not done by any fashion designer. It's done by all those village people, and of course as a platform, we connected with local stores. I'll give you a simple hypothetical example. If you go to that store, you have played our game, you own maybe some of these items. You go to the store, scan a QR code, you get direct 25% discount on that particular item. And these items are actually created by these poor village people, exported to that store, and with the store our deal is pretty simple. We are going to give you customer. You just need to keep it in your store. That's it. Okay? So, innovation is not always that you need to innovate from the scratch. Whatever model you can get as a business model, retweak it. Every shop owner needs customer. Yes or no? They need sales. Yes or no? For the village, they were clueless what to do. Less amount of money. My intention was to give them a platform, right? Things happen. Yeah? While doing all these kind of things, I was feeling for all these actors and models. Remember? We recruited 350 plus. Yeah? All these guys are saying that, well, fine, we became models, we became characters in your game. That is fine. But in our locality, nobody understands game character. Can you create maybe a platform for us through which we can get some amount of work. How many of you understand that models needs works? Even celebrities. If they don't act, yes. Oh, you just understand or you have a question?
No, I'm not having.
Okay. So, if you're a model, if you're an actor, if you're an actress, if you're a director, all of them needs work. Yeah? So we became a platform to give them works. How? We started collaborating with local producers, local market, and eventually started exploring the investor world. Well, in the entire discussion, entire so-called boring session, if you remember, I never mentioned that we raise fund. Bootstrapped company, making some amount of good money, traveling the world, started a small operation in Southeast Asia. Eventually, from India to Korea, from Korea to Dubai, from Dubai to US, US to Australia, I started traveling the world. Understand the market, making the impact. Understood the very small thing in life. If you don't have money in your pocket, boss, difficult. Yeah, all of us agree? Fact check. Yes? Until unless you want to become monk. Yeah? Agree?
Yes.
So it's a problem of every other startup. Yes? So we started a platform called Entrepreneur Face, started connecting with HNI. HNI means high net worth individuals. While traveling the world, I met so many different kind of people. Some of them wanted to multiply their money. Some of them wanted to explore the new world, who is from the traditional business but want to explore probably a complete different vertical of structural business world. For an example, if you meet a coal mine owner, for him everything is coal, but they want to explore probably the technology world. They don't have any clue. They have got money. So we started connecting with all these people who wants to multiply their money, and we say that okay fine, let us create a syndicate of these people. We started calling them as angel investors. Yeah. And raised fund for them, started investing in the startups in their own locality. Making sense? Yeah? Okay. While all these things are happening, I got invitations from various different parts of the world to become part of their advisory board, corporate advisory board, or probably a director in their companies. I forgot to mention, we became partner, we became part of a lot of different initiatives like with Intel, with Samsung, with LG, with Microsoft, Nokia. We became like partner with all these kind of companies to make and create more and more applications and more games. Yeah. So company became sizable. I started recruiting people. So in my introduction, one part probably our beautiful MC missed. I am founder of Virtual Infocom and then CEO. CEO is a post. Okay. So from the founder's perspective, we started making all those structural diagrams to create sizable company. And while traveling abroad, I understood that the way Indians think, Southeast Asian think differently, Europeans think differently, MENA region, Arabs thinks differently, US guys think differently, Australians are completely different. Every country, they have their own aura, own personality, own structure. If you can fine tune it, life is beautiful. Yeah. Sorry, I missed these slides. So these are a few of the movie shots, cinematic shots, some storyboards, and yeah, we work with a few bit of automotives. And these are the kind of 3D and specialized segment where we started making diagrams for factories. This is a shot of MR. These are a few of the VR games and the kind of output that you can expect if you play our VR games. Okay, let me put my slide here. Continue and then I'll explain this step. Okay, while raising funds, while investing in startups, I felt that this is going really good in some part of the world. Can I multiply it? Can I make maybe a structured organization which will probably run it properly? So we created a company where with one Italian, one Australian, and me as an Indian, which became an accelerator, and we started accelerating companies. So if you look at the entire journey, I started with, you won't believe, I started with 49 rupees in my pocket. That's it. I had nothing more than that. Okay. And now, while running an accelerator, the vibration came in such a way that I became a mentor for IIM Calcutta Innovation Park. I became mentor for, if you are in IIT Guwahati, I became mentor for IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi, so many different IITs, NITs. Eventually out of India, I became corporate advisory board member of Mazan University, which is there in Oman. Stanford Seeds, blah, 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 like long list. I was invited by Central Ministry to become a jury member for National Startup India Award, which is really great platform for any startup to apply and then get funded, go abroad. So many different initiatives and platforms I started exploring. And that very I word became we. If you look at life pyramid, it's a very basic thing. It's a triangle, right? When you are here in the base, you will see many people. When you climb up, it's a small dot on the top. You are all alone. So I am not a big personality who is all alone like this in the pyramid curve. There are a lot of other people like me who are in the top, but all alone. Right? So I felt that, can I bring all these people in common platform? Can we create a big impact with policymakers, with ministers, with, of course, investors, lot many great business guys, as well as MSMEs and SMEs. So we floated a platform called World Leader Summit, powered by Co-Innovate Ventures. World Leader Summit, first year, we had 90 plus countries. First year summit. Yeah. In the first year, we had Swati Mandela, granddaughter of Nelson Mandela. Craig Johnston, the famous World Cup football player. I can go on with names, like think of big names. We got all these names, all those people coming together in common platform to support a great cause. We don't specifically take people who are looking for something. Rather, we take people who are in a mindset of giving back. If you have a giving back mindset, then only you can create impact. If you really want something, then it's a no-no for us because it is going to be very difficult. Of course, you will get. You know the law of nature? If you do something, whatever, good, bad, whatever, you will get minimum 5 times back. Yeah? English people call it as karma. Yes? So karma works in this way. If you are getting people who wants to give back, that means you can make more impact. Right? So we started making impact. It's a 3.5 years old organization at the moment. Last year's summit happened with 97 plus countries, with various different people. We have platforms wherein people can raise fund, raise capital. It's called Investor Roundtable. Last year in October, I was in Ghana, and definitely every time whenever we do, we choose one country as a host country. Hope I'm making sense, right? So World Leader Summit happens is like this. We choose one country as a host country, they host us, other countries go there, right? Last year we had definitely the vice president of the country who came, all the ministers came. We started bringing values to each and every country. So from a small tiny place called Agorpada, I'm from that area, which probably you guys have never heard of. You have heard about maybe Agartala, which is in Tripura. But Agorpada is a small tiny place in Bengal, which is in suburbs, who wanted to do something, some impact for Bharatvarsh. Eventually, the vision became that I'll be doing things for planet. And when your vision extends, you forget that who is who. What is their race, what is their culture, what is their color. Sometimes, I'm not sure, any one of you, if you are following me in my social media, in one of my posts, I was posting about one Pakistani guy who actually gave me a very good vibration. And few bit of people from India, they started rebuking that act. Why I'm with a Pakistani guy, why I'm calling him as a brother, right? But for me, to be very honest, I don't care who is coming from where. If you rip off your skin, it's red. Russian, Ukrainian, USA, Canada, color, smell, whatever. If you wipe off everything, it's red inside. Yeah. So if you want to make an impact, you need to understand people will either judge you or misjudge you. But if you have a focus, don't defocus yourself. What I have understood so far, running several different companies, ecosystem, I understood that if I don't become a rooted person, very ground rooted person, you cannot make impact. You cannot mix with me. Then you become alone. Become a movie star and you can't go outside because your fan followers will actually follow you. You can't eat outside. If you like a food, if you want to have golgappa, pani puri, you can't have it. You have to call that fellow inside your bungalow and then you have to have it. Yeah? So it's your choice what you want to do, what you want to be. I understood that very well. Surprising fact, when I started traveling in Europe, I got the same similar vibration from those areas. Any one of you have traveled in Europe? Any country? One lady. Super. Maybe she can vouch for me. If you travel there, if you look at maybe a normal shopping mall, you will probably meet a minister, which is very common. You can talk to them, you can handshake with them, you can have a discussion. Yes or no, ma'am? Yeah. If you are traveling in maybe some Arabic country, if you are traveling in some Southeast Asian country, anywhere, right? First world country, I mean to say. You can meet anybody irrespective of the fact who they are. They will meet you as a human as you are. Challenge is here. You know what is the challenge? अच्छा मैं आपको बताता हूँ. If I am a, sorry with due respect to all the movie stars, if I am a movie star coming here, trust me, the entire room and the faces would be a different expression and all. Yes or no? Saddest part in India is we celebrate entertainers as celebrities. We don't celebrate people who are recruiting hundreds or maybe 10 or maybe 5 people. If you are starting your business, I'm not sure how many of you have that kind of inclinedness. If you are recruiting 5, you are taking care of 5 families. Think of it that way. Yeah? If you are recruiting someone aged like 25, and if he or she is continuing with you, maybe for next 10 to 15 years, you are taking care of probably 6 people from one guy. Parents of that fellow, wife or husband, and maybe 2 kids. Yeah? So if it is 5, as an average, you are taking care of 25 plus people. Yes? It's a responsibility of a country to take care of their own people. Yes or no? Agree? Agree? Yes or no? So why don't we celebrate these people who are maybe small, we don't care, but taking care of so many different families? हमारे यहाँ पे क्या सोचते हैं? बाजार जाएंगे यार, उसका थोड़ा पैसा मार लेते हैं यार, चलो 100 रुपए का मछली बेच रहे हैं, चलो ठीक है यार, नेगोशिएट करके उसको कैसे हम 30 रुपए में ला सकते हैं. Do we think that maybe that fellow have got another guy जो मछली शायद कूट रहा है वहां पे बैठ के, उसको भी कुछ देना पड़ रहा है, ब्राइब देना पड़ रहा है, जो गाड़ी लेके आ रहा है उसको भी पैसा देना पड़ रहा है, उसके ऊपर उसको प्रॉफिट चढ़ाना है ताकि उसका बच्चे जो है वो पढ़ सके. Do we think in that way? Do we? On the other hand also, does this trader think in this way कि चलो मुझे अगर मिला है 50 रुपए में, I shouldn't sell it for maybe 500 rupees? No, that's the big gap. Yeah. According to my learning, if you really want to become a great leader, if you really want to understand the management, the first thing you need to understand if you are making business, what is your market? It's not the money that you need. You need to understand where is your market. Yeah. If your market is not here, try to find out where is your market. Everything sells. Everything sells. Okay. Let me take a survey from the audience. How many of you buy shoes with 3,000 rupees plus above? Cool. How many of you have shoes with 10,000 rupees plus above? 2. Be honest, please. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. 2. How many of you are comfortable buying a shoe with 500 rupees? Cool. 3 questions. We got hands. Market is there. You feel that 10,000 rupees shoe will give you same comfort like 500 rupees? No. Definitely not. Right? But there are buyers. You can sell Apple product, you can sell Samsung, you can sell LG, you can sell Oppo as well. You can sell without those names Xiaomi as well. Yeah? Everything sells. 50 rupees chappal bhi bikta hai. Yes or no? Now we need to understand as a businessman, what is our market? Some people, they are into the luxury products. For them, selling price would be 2.5 lakhs. Starting price. Yeah? For some people, it is for common. It can be maybe 15,000 rupees onwards. I'm talking about garments. Right? For some people, it is probably 5,000 rupees onwards. For some people, it is only 300 rupees. If you want to place with mass, it's going to be very difficult to control with the quality. Agree? Agree? Smartest way of doing business is you create 2 different parallel pipeline and have team with you, not employees. Am I running out of time? Any timer here? Cool? Okay. How much time I have got? Half an hour more. मुझे झेलना पड़ेगा आधा घंटा आप लोगों को. पक्का झेलोगे? अच्छा ठीक है. Now the best part is when you are actually dealing with entrepreneurs, what I have understood so far so good. If he or she is a true entrepreneur, they do it out of passion. They want to make money with passion. Initially when they start, they don't want to understand all those so-called management here. They don't need to. Management is great for becoming a great manager. Initial days, initial time, if you don't have that passion, it is very difficult. You know what happens to an entrepreneur when they start their own business, if that's a passionate entrepreneur? This very desk becomes their bed. That very chair becomes a comfortable, cozy chair like anything in the world. Sleepless night doesn't seem like a sleepless night. Miles of walk doesn't feel that hard. I did that, to be very honest. And like me, a lot of people have done that. Now then, what is management? Because I have a subject which Your organizers asked me to deliver one. Jokes apart. I'm just joking. When we are talking about management, I feel different. How many of you have noticed my first slide? I will bore you. What was the full form of bore in my dictionary? Sorry? Sorry? One person who can give me that answer. बच्चों क्या सीख मिलता है जब कुछ दिख रहे हो पूरा देखो. Sorry, beginning of? No, not beginning.
Re-engineered.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Beginning of re-engineered entrepreneurship. What is engineering?
What we do.
Who can tell me? One word answer, or maybe one sentence answer. I'll make it simple. One sentence answer. What is engineering?
Everything.
What is job of an engineer? Chalo. Building?
Building something which is
Building things. मतलब क्या? पकोड़े बनाओगे?
which is efficient and everything.
बनाओगे. Good. जुगाड़. थोड़ा और डीप जाओ. प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना. बहुत अच्छा. ऑप्टिमाइज मत जाओ यार, मैं डर जाऊंगा. Finding a shortcut. Lovely. I love that answer. So I'll combine both of your answers. Like solving a problem with shortcut method. चलेगा?
Yes.
हम लोग वही करते हैं. Even though I'm not an engineer, I shouldn't call myself as an engineer, as with degree wise. But to be very honest, if that's an entrepreneur, that is his responsibility and job. Every entrepreneur does that. Believe me or not. Solving problem with shortcut method. Now let me define what is shortcut method. Yeah? Chalega? Shortcut doesn't mean that you need to be chalak. You need to be innovative. Okay? Shortcut means finding a right kind of person, and that person should know which you don't know. Shall I repeat? Finding a right kind of person which he or she knows which you don't know, meaning complementary to each other. If you get these kind of 5 elements in your venture, it's an amazing team you have created. What are these 5 elements? I have got a lot of metaphor. Okay, let me shift a little bit. थोड़ा हंसाते हैं आप लोग. What is full form of CEO? Wrong. Cash extraction officer. Every CEO does that. कहाँ से execute करेगा यार if they don't extract cash? Yeah? So you need people in your management team. One is a rhino who can take bullets for you. So one team member is needed who can take control of your PR. You need one elephant, slow, big in size, calm and quiet. Don't get angry. Understand things of the entire jungle. Don't call himself as a king, but probably one of the most powerful animal. Yeah? Remembers everything. Get that kind of person in your team. He will help you a lot. She will help you a lot. Okay? 3. Get a snake. What's the quality of snake? काटता है. ठीक है. और
सामने वाली गेट को
sorry?
सामने वाली गेट को
Threat. Okay. हम थोड़ा आप लोगों का थोड़ा माइंड चेंज करने वाले हैं. Sorry. Snake have got amazing capabilities. Keeps moving forward. No. Snakes hibernate. They sleep in winters. But when they sleep, you can't understand whether they are sleeping or not because they don't have an eyelid. So you need a person who will show the world that the company never sleeps. They have got another amazing capability. They usually wipe off their skin, get a new skin, move on. So be dynamic. They have got venom in their brains. It doesn't kill them. It is used to kill others. And that same venom can be used for creating medicine. People fear them. Yes? You can't predict where they are going because it's always like this. So if you get these kind of person, one or two, whom you can't predict, who is fearful, it is required. It's a management game. You need that. Yeah? Whether they are laborers or maybe the other employees in your company, they need to fear one person. In English, we call it as a good boy, bad boy story. Right? From our background, from my own dictionary, you need a snake. Next kind of person or personality. You need someone who looks like flamingo. Qualities.
To attract others.
Lovely. And
To prey on others.
or you're doing very good. Your friend is helping.
They
Anyone
stand
else?
still in water for hours.
Yes, and
Stand on one leg. Stand on one leg.
and patience.
Shows balance.
Shows balance and yeah, put their face inside the water. Great. And अभी तक नहीं गया वहाँ पे.
Strong focus.
Strong focus. ठीक है, मान सकते हैं. और
Strong.
okay, I'll reveal a fact about this amazing creature. If you give them salted water, they will extract only the water part and the salt they will remove from the water. Why I am giving you this example? Today's world, you will be getting a lot of information. You need someone who can extract knowledge from information. Right? Use it. Become focused. बाकी सारे आप लोगों ने बता दिए. Yeah? And you need another fascinating creature in your team, a tiger. Feature बताओ अभी. Hunts alone. Okay.
Active.
Hmm? Hmm?
Attacking.
Attacking fear.
चालाक होता है. Aggressive.
Yes. Anyone else? Why I am taking example of a tiger, not a lion? There is a reason. And
Can take the group together, coordinate.
yes, can take the group together accordingly. Tiger is the only animal who can work with a group, not lion or lioness. Right? You need that kind of person who is beautiful, attractive, fearful at the same time, strong. You will find that, oh my God, a tiger is walking. Wow. Yeah? That wow factor. At the same time, you have a fear. You know, I have a quote. I don't know whether how many of you have heard about it. I called entrepreneurship riding on the top of a tiger. Okay? Why? When it is a small cub, small baby, you're feeding with milk with the expectation that one day this tiger will become big and you can sit on the top of it. But when you are on the top of that tiger, it's very difficult, boss. Now you can't stop. If you stop, the tiger is hungry, it will eat you. So either you need to kill that tiger or the tiger will kill you. It's a story of every entrepreneur. If you start your journey, you can't stop. It's a journey. You can't define entrepreneurship like this. It's basically a journey. Combination of legalities, combination of lot of different things. Yes? चल रहा है? ठीक है? Now how will you get these people? Best possible option is meet with lot of different people irrespective of the fact of their background. Sometimes you will get people in your team who are not coming from very educated, so-called certified background. Yeah. See, my dictionary is different. Please don't. I request all of you, don't feel hearted. What I have learned so far so good. We are great with giving training. We are great with creating people, creating students with degrees and certificates. Less with education. Less with education. Yeah. So once you meet a person, maybe you're meeting someone from the village. Odd guy, don't speak English, don't understand so-called science, but he can tell you कि आज बारिश होगा या नहीं होगा by looking at the clouds. It's called experience. Yeah? We can't deny that. Will you call it as a education or as a education? No? Yes, no? No. How many of you have heard about a term called Ayurveda? All of you. Yes. How many of you actually practice that? 1, 2. Or koi? Yesterday night, great. Yesterday night I experienced timer. I'm so sorry. 5 minutes. Abhi bola आधा घंटा. 5 minutes. So yesterday night I was there in your stand-up comedy show, and I found there's a first-year kid who just jumped off from the dais and went to the set, and he said that I'm not gonna go outside. He is inside this room. I can recognize him. Okay, I'm not gonna go outside. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna sit here. And some of the seniors probably took a picture, just to probably maintain the balance. You know, according to understanding of management, people are good inside. Every one of us. Every one of us. We are good. Yeah? What we don't understand, when you are probably making money or you are probably making some kind of work or maybe some amount of events, when you try to find out these kind of people, you need to understand their better quality. I found a great quality in that chap. I'm not gonna go out. Kuch bhi kar. Irrespective of the fact, some people took name or picture, I don't care, but that's an amazing quality. I'm not gonna go out. I got this seat. I'm not gonna go out. I'm gonna enjoy myself. It's amazing. So any one of you, if you feel that somebody is saying that this is your bad quality, if that's a mass that's telling you you're not going to do anything in your life, or probably this is your bad quality, think that this is your good quality. What is darkness? Absence of light. Darkness is eternal. Universe is dark. You can't say dark means bad. It is the white people who try to teach us bad means black. Agree? You play chess?
Yes.
पहला
White.
कौन आता है? White. Why? They made it. The Europeans did that. Yeah? Now, if we go back to the human history, management says, find great quality of a person and give him opportunity to grow. If you can give him that particular opportunity, if he is a human being, he will do amazing thing. Whether you have a streamline of CSE or bioscience or whatever, two things are there in life: logic and logic. Nothing else. You may say, sir, आप फेंक रहे हो यार, arts. Sir, arts is bigger logic than you can think of. If you want to sing, if you want to play, you can't be illogical. You cannot play guitar if you are illogical. You cannot sing if you don't have that vocal cord which is actually moving according to your brain logic. Yes? No? Agree, disagree? Yeah? So to be very honest, when you are doing job, I'm sure that after engineering or after your graduation, you'll be going for some kind of work. Try to understand whether you have a balance or not. Can you grow with that company or not? Can you grow that company or not? let me end my speech with few bit of small inputs. Sorry, I'll hold you a little bit. Sorry. And I'm between your lunch and I don't know, mental pleasure. Maybe after this you have got a lot of other events. Well, when you are in some company, there are two things you are going to face. One is their team, second is their employee. What's the difference?
One is working as a group, other is working for the pay.
Lovely. One is actually working for the cause to improvise the company. That's called a team. The examples that I give example of team members. An employee can become a team member eventually, slowly. It's great. If you have these kind of mindset, you will grow in any company. Forget कौन सा company आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है. Yeah. If you are starting your startup, try to get your team first. Funding usually follows. Now, I'm sorry to deviate from this slide. This is our new game which is going to be there probably next year. We want to change the mindset of people. Surpanaka हम लोग सब सोचे थे she is a demoness or whatever, used to look very bad. According to my digging, she used to be one of the beautiful lady in that particular time. Surpanaka means sharp nails. She used to have sharp nails, some kind of probably fighting element or something. So we thought to make her like this. She is a new model in the industry. So I'm not going to reveal the name. Eventually you will know it. I'm sure about that. And these are the few bit of games that we created for kids, which is improvising their IQ level. थोड़ा show off कर लेते हैं. Few bit of press news with a humble note have been featured in so many different kind of newspapers, magazine, TV, etc. Few shorts, few cuts. And yes, this is what I was explaining. This is one of the biggest achievement which I have got till date with the Vice President. And yeah, I'm an author. I wrote around 5 books. The 6th one is coming called Writing Time. And these are the companies that we started together. I don't call them I started because it's all we, all partners, all board members, all team members. We are making things happen without doing a lot of buzzwords. We'll be happy if I can help you, support you, or if I can get some help from all of you. I need a small help before I end. I have got a YouTube channel which I started very recently. It's called Arijit, the same name which is there in the screen. Arijit space BHATTACHARYA. I started it with a passion to talk about mainly the 2 different things. One, regarding how to start startup. Second, I talk a lot about our epic and our values and culture and digging the science behind all those epic with proper definition. So if you really like it, please subscribe me. We'll be more than happy to give a couple of more things. With this note, thank you so much for listening to a boring guy.